Yeah, and track and field is where we start this Monday edition of the SportsMax Zone. World Athletics on Sunday held their annual award ceremony in Monaco to recognize the exploits of the world's best athletes for 2024. Olympic champions Sifan Hassan and Tebogo walked away with the overall World Athlete of the Year awards. Hassan created history at the Paris Olympics by becoming the first woman to medal in the 5,000, 10,000 and the marathon at the same games, winning 2 bronze and 1 gold in Olympic record style in the French capital. Botswana's Tebogo was also brilliant in Paris, winning the 200 meters, the first ever Olympic gold for his country, as he also helped them to 4x400 relay silver with a stunning ankle leg. He also ran 9 times under 20 seconds for the half-lap event, and he won the male track athlete of the year as well to go with the overall award. American Sydney McLaughlin-Leveroni won the female track athlete of the year, having twice broken the women's 400-meter hurdles world record in 2024, while becoming the first woman to successfully defend the Olympic one-lap obstacle title. Those exploits were good enough to deny Alfred, who won World Indoor 60 as well as Olympic and Diamond League 100-meter crowns. Now, in the field, Ukrainian Olympic high jump champion and European Athlete of the Year Yaroslava Mahuchik beat back the challenge of Belgium's Nafitiam for the Women's Field Athlete of the Year award, while Swedish superstar pole vaulter Monda Duplantis won the Men's Field Athlete of the Year award. Greece's Miltiadis Tentoglu, the Olympic long jump champion, was his challenger. All right, joining us to discuss the award winners is lead writer for SportsMax.tv, Leighton Levy. Leighton, it's a pleasure to have you on the show as usual. You know, I won't beat around the bush. I will go directly to the matter of hand here. Sydney McLaughlin-Leveroni of the United States of America, the Olympic 400 hurdles champion, the world record holder, named the track athlete of the year ahead of St. Lucia's Julian Alfred. And right away, you look on social media and a lot of individuals saying she did not deserve it. A lot of individuals felt that Alfred should have won. There are those who feel that someone else should have won who didn't make the final 2. What say you, Leighton Levy, on this matter?
Look, as you said, opinions are split on the issue, and I come down on the side of Julian Alfred. And a lot of people, look, this is not to discredit anything that Sydney McLaughlin has accomplished. We all know that she's probably the greatest athlete ever to do that 400-meter hurdle event. She's held the world record now 6 times. She's won Olympic titles. She's won world titles. She's imperious in her event. Get that. But this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award. This is the World Athlete of the Year for 2024 award. When you look at 2024, Sydney McLaughlin won at the Olympic Games. That was the only thing that she did. Of course, she broke the world record twice. Worked at the US trials, I think, and then she ran it again at the Olympic Games. I get that. But the Athlete of the Year, in my mind, is someone who competed across the breadth of the year and won medals at each juncture. Now, let's do the comparison. Julian Alfred won the World Indoor 60-meter title. Where was Sydney McLaughlin? Nowhere around. Julian Alfred won an Olympic gold medal and the first athlete from St. Lucia to do that. I say that because that is the comparative that was used for Tebogo, who won the first Olympic medal for Botswana, period. So she won the Olympic title. She not only did that, but she won a silver medal in the 200, which is one more individual medal than McLaughlin won at the Olympic Games. Then, to cap the year off, she goes and she wins the Diamond League title. So that's 3 titles to 1, because the relay medal for Sydney McLaughlin is not an individual accomplishment, it's a team accomplishment. So Julian Alfred wins in a national record of 10.72, the second fastest time in the world this year. She wins the World Indoor title. She wins the Diamond League title. Sydney McLaughlin didn't even qualify for the Diamond League final because she didn't compete enough during the course of the year. So we have Sydney McLaughlin winning 1 major title for the year. I'm talking about individual titles here. And Julian Alfred winning 3. How then can you give that person who won 1 title the Athlete of the Year when the other competed across the breadth of the season and won 3 titles? The math is just not mathing for me. And if you're going to use world records as the tiebreaker, then Grace Jepet should have been Athlete of the Year because she won the 5,000 and the 10,000 at the Olympic Games, 2 gold medals, individual gold medals, and of course, the first woman under 29 minutes for the 10,000 meters, right? And then if that is the case also, Faith Kipyegon should have been among the finalists as well because she broke her own 1,500-meter world record and became the first woman in history to win 3 consecutive Olympic 1,500-meter titles. So tell me then, where is the logic for Sydney McLaughlin winning female athlete, track athlete of the year? Does not make sense to me.
Yeah, Leighton, has there been a certain level of inconsistency over the years with the determination of this award, even before it was changed to having track athlete, field athlete, and out-of-stadium athlete when you just had an overall male athlete and female athlete of the year? I remember having this discussion. I wasn't on hosting this show then, but I remember when Elaine Thompson-Herah won in 2021 after her Olympic exploits. Of course, she won the double, but she didn't break a world record, and you had other athletes who had broken world records. And I made the point at the time that I felt, although Elaine's performances were so sensational, that maybe the athletes who were breaking world records should have been given the edge. Of course, that was not the case then. Here we have a situation a few years later where it is, well, you have several athletes who break world records. Only one of them makes the final list, and then that one wins over the athlete who has more gold medals across different events. So it seems to me that there is no set criteria for this award. And so essentially, year by year, you just take what you get. It's a vibe. What's this year's vibe? Sydney McLaughlin-Leveroni.
Yeah, because here's the argument, and I agree with you, because the inconsistency is also in the perception, because there are some comments on our social media pages that say, you know, Sydney is the greatest of all time, and that she is better, more marketable than, say, a Julian Alfred, or the term was used, the Jamaican athletes. Now, if marketability is what you're going to use, let's use this metric. Who knows Sydney McLaughlin? She barely competes. She is, when she is not competing, she may as well be living in a cave. Nobody knows anything about her. She is not that interesting. What we see here is a comparative with Julian Alfred, for example, who not only did she win so many medals and so many individual events throughout the course of the year, she won the Cannock Award. In fact, she won 2 awards at Cannock. And she also won ANOC Award, which is the Association of National Olympic Committees, which means that to these people who sit on these respective boards or these executives, she is more visible than McLaughlin. So where's the argument about marketability? The inconsistency makes no sense. And for purists like myself, who look at the individual accomplishments of these athletes, I'm not saying that Sydney McLaughlin didn't have a great year. She had a great event at the Olympic Games, right? And this is Athlete of the Year. Not Athletes of the Olympic Games, not Athletes of the US Trials,
but hold on there, Leighton, and I hear you on that point, and it's not that I disagree here, but I'm looking at the history and those who have won the awards over the years. The truth is, and let's be honest, there isn't a lot of significance, maybe not as much as should be, that is placed on, let's say, the World Indoor Championships or even the Diamond League, because ultimately you look at what happens. Let's take a look at who is the female overall athlete of the year. It's Sifan Hassan. She won 1 gold medal at the Olympic Games. She won 2 bronze medals to go with that. But I suspect that a part of why Sifan Hassan is the World Athlete of the Year on the female side overall is because of the history that she created, winning a medal at 5,000, 10,000 and marathon, which 10,000. Is ridiculous and may never be done again, certainly not in our lifetime. And so an achievement that is so unusual deserves recognition. And so I agree with the Sifa and Hassan decision. Could it then be that they're looking at someone like a Sydney McLaughlin-Leveroni and they're saying, well, here's a woman who twice broke the world record. Here's a woman who won a 400-meter hurdles gold medal in Paris in a race that was expected to be close, and she absolutely blew the field away in no uncertain manner. Here's a woman who is the first to defend the women's 400 hurdles title at the Olympic Games, and this event dates back to 1984. So all that history put together with the fact that she went unbeaten for the year, albeit running in very few races, might have, said to the adjudicators, well, this is the woman. And let's also not forget the fans had a lot to say in this decision-making as well. Yeah,
the fans are who decided who went to the final, right? Because it came down to Julian Alfred and to Sidney McLaughlin. And I'm not taking away anything from what Sidney McLaughlin accomplished, Ricardo. But if you're going to diminish the value of the world indoor title, don't have the event then. If you're going to devalue the Diamond League title, what's the point of even mentioning it in the criteria for those who qualified for this award? So if those events don't matter, then don't use them as part of the criteria. But then you mention them, which means that she's a world indoor champion. She's Olympic champion, which is the blue ribbon event, by the way. She's the first athlete from St. Lucia to win a gold medal at the Olympic Games. And she also won the Diamond League title. So if those other two titles don't matter, then don't include them in the criteria that you mentioned, because you remember when they announced the nominees, these were the qualifications that they mentioned for Julian Alfred. And of course, Sidney McLaughlin was mentioned as the Olympic champion, world record holder. That was it.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Sidney McLaughlin has not accomplished a lot, but it was only in that one instant at the Olympic Games. Julian Alfred had the success right across the length of the season. And look, if I had my own way, Chebet would have been athlete of the year, track athlete of the year, because of what she managed to do, right? But if we're going to come down to Sidney McLaughlin and Julian Alfred, I'm still going back to the idea that one won 3 major titles and the other one more. And that's basically the match for me.
Yeah, I'm going to say something, Leighton, and I hope this is not taken the wrong way, but I really don't take these awards too seriously, because I've realized a long time ago that it's all vibes. And as I said, this year's vibes, Sydney McLaughlin-Leveroni. Yeah, this year's vibes. Let's see the Tebogo. This year's vibes, Sifa and Hassan. It's all vibes, my friend.
Yeah, because think about it. I'm not begrudging Sydney McLaughlin her title. I mean, congratulations to her. I'm actually happy for her. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is that you're going to come down to using these particular metrics to decide who becomes female track athlete of the year. I suspect that the one that does the more should have won the title. That's basically what it is for me.
Interesting point.
It's water over my back. I mean, I will not sleep any less because of who won the award. It's just that I think there's a level of fairness. There should be some level of fairness to how these awards are awarded.
Yeah, all right. We're out of time, Leighton Levy. Maybe World Athletics can reach out to the RGR Sports Foundation and get the criteria that they use to select the sportsman and sportswoman of the year for Jamaica. Yeah. Or would that cause more problems? I don't know. Let's go to a break.